right now, as I look at these teams, I think the one team that could give them a run for their money is New England. And the reason I feel that way is because Tom Brady keeps Peyton Manning.
We've been obsessed
with it.
We've been looking at his
but
schedule.
he moves the chains. He takes time.
Tom Brady
He does that. And that's why I'm saying
deal.
Because another second right now, I mean, what do you want? I mean, I don't know when he's going to go there in a second. I suspect that it could happen. It could happen not next week against Dallas, but maybe against Kansas City. Their defense is no joke. But who cares? When it happens, it happens in 16 games. I'm quite sure. Listen, Peyton Manning may be the greatest regular season quarterback we've ever seen. He's been playing 15 years. He has won Super Bowl titles. That means he's been beaten plenty of times. Somebody might find a way. They don't. God bless them. What's up? I'm coming to you out. Well, first of all, let's not put that man in
Let's just talk about it.
He didn't play a game last year for Philadelphia 76ers. Got paid $16 million for sitting on the bench trying to look like Don King. Let's get that out of the way. If he's healthy, obviously he's one of the best big men in the game. But I hear his knee issues are chronic. One of the reasons he signed with Cleveland is because of their connection as an organization to the hospital in Cleveland, which is known as one of the best. We'll see what happens. I think Kyrie Irving will be one of the 3 best point guards in this game within the next 2 years. I think he's that big time. I like Deion Waiters. He's got to improve his shooting percentage, and he's a bit erratic because he tries to get others involved. But I also like his temperament. He's got an attitude. He gets mad. I like that kind of attitude. I think the pickup of Jared Jack was big time. I think you have one of the best point guards in the game, and you have the best backup point guard in the game. Plus, he can play the point while you put Kyrie at the 2. Offensively and defensively, they can switch positions so Jared Jack can defend the bigger guard. I like Kristen Thompson. Anthony Bennett, the jury is still out. Anderson Varejão's got a lot of upside if he's healthy because he's active and he's familiar with Mike Brown's system. I like the fact that Mike Brown is back because the Cleveland Cavaliers have had the worst record in the NBA over the last few years. Since LeBron has left, I think it's like 64 and 166 or something. It's pathetic. But in the end, I think that no matter what, the biggest thing that you got going on right now is you do have a chance to get LeBron back. LeBron right now is going, this is in this order. He will consider Miami, but Cleveland's right there about his return home. And
he ain't coming back.
I'm telling you what I think.
Cleveland fans better stop hoping. Exactly. Too much hope.
And I'll let you know. LeBron really strongly entertaining the possibility of returning home. To return home and to deliver a title back to Cleveland for the first time. I mean, that was but it is possible that is something that he will.
It's not happening.
Cleveland is right up there as a 50-50 card.
I can't imagine Cavs fans say that.
Right? Yes, ma'am. I think Derrick Rose is a superstar when healthy. I think he's a stud. I think he elevates Chicago to another level. But he did not make himself look good when he kept going back and forth, procrastinating about coming back last year. Now, he was never coming back. But because his brother was so defiant about how the Chicago Bulls needed to give him help, it offended the Bulls. And then the Bulls put him out on Front Street by saying he was healthy enough and he'd been cleared to practice. which put the pressure on him. And as a result, he didn't want to disappoint the fans, so he wouldn't just come out and say, I'm not ready to play this year, I'm not coming back until next season. He kept waffling back and forth and made something that was not even a story, a huge story. And he really made himself look bad, which is what puts the pressure on him now to produce it. Remember, they lost Marco Bellinelli to the Spurs. You got Mike Dunleavy Jr., which is a viable replacement because he was a shooter and he plays that natural position. I don't know if that's enough. I think that still puts entirely too much pressure on Derrick Rose to carry the offensive load. We don't know if his health is up to snuff to carry that load. No, he's back. He's right back.
Stupid as fuck.
Come on.
Just don't even watch basketball.
Go ahead. If Dwayne Wade is healthy, I think the Heat repeat. But I will tell you this, the biggest threat to the Heat right now isn't even in the West End. It's Indiana. They got signed, they re-signed David West. They got
I was just about to say that.
with CJ Watson and it's still for the Knicks. Go ahead. Yep, real quick. He deserved it. Hurry up. Skip Bayless just loves, listen, he doesn't hate LeBron. This is what Skip is. He's addicted to being right and being the guy who saw something before everybody else did. Because everybody had ordained and anointed LeBron as the chosen one, Skip comes out and he had questions about LeBron early on in his career. So people criticize Skip, and so Skip holds it as a badge of honor when he is validated for everything that he claimed. That's why he was so dogmatic about Tebow. That's why he's been that way about LeBron. But like I told you, he's somewhere. Because you want to applaud Tebow but criticize LeBron. Yes. Man, I thought that was two. Hurry up. In terms of what? I'll tell you what you said. Okay. Well, all right. You got to decide whether you want to be in print, audio, or television. You got to make that decision. And then what you have to do from that perspective, from that point forward, is try to get a job in one of those industries on any level just to get in the door and work your way up. It can't be the priority, it can't be about money, because you ain't going to get the money at the beginning. A matter of fact, the reason they hire you is because they don't want to give up the money. And the younger you are, the more inexperienced you are, the more of a novice you are, the more they can justify lowballing. That's the way it works. So you have to understand getting in that door and getting that practical experience, that means in the resume, and that has to be your priority. Go ahead. I couldn't believe it. And I couldn't believe it because I thought, you know, my friend, my mentor, a guy that I've known for many years could say something like that. I'm of the mindset. First of all, let me be very, very clear. Just so all of y'all know this. Somebody's political affiliation is none of your business. Who somebody's dating, regardless of their race or whatever, is really none of your business. And to attach, to try to make an argument and bring that up, which is wrong. And in Rob's defense, he knows that. I understand that he was trying to say something different. But you can't sit there and talk about and say the things that he said on national television. And more importantly, like I said, everything you feel is meant to be heard. I feel a lot of things I didn't say to y'all here tonight. You don't get to just say what you want to say. Especially when somebody airwaves instead of your own. You don't own those airwaves. You got to be careful about that. More importantly, you can't come across as that. Because if somebody white had said something along those lines, they would have been fired on the spot. You can't do that. You just can't do that. Yes, go ahead.
Do you think the future holds for Girardi and the Yankees? And do you think they'll consider other managerial options?
I don't think he'll consider other managerial options, but I think he'll consider television options. I think the Yankees will be fine as long as Girardi is there, but at the same time, I'm not pleased with what they're doing because I'm accustomed to seeing them in the postseason, and obviously that is not the case. Real quick for that. I know you didn't ask. Last question. I don't think it will because he can ball. It's possible because the Heisman Trophy voters are a different breed and they could elect to hold him accountable. I don't think he should. But at the same time, I do think he needs to be careful because if you just want to be buck wild, you want to live your life. And I like Johnny Manziel. I've met the kid. He's real smart. He's obviously incredibly talented. But I think if you're the kind of guy that wants to live free and easy, the NFL is a multi-billion-dollar establishment. Y'all need to understand something. It's the last comment that I'm going to make about this. Professional sports is a business. It's about money. Investments are made in you. Guaranteed dollars are accorded to you. They have to be sure. You smoking weed, they're going to know. You using drugs, they're going to know. You're sitting there and you're messing around and putting your hands on women or something like that, they're going to know. You sit there and you just doing all kinds of trifling stuff. They're going to find out. Local police officers, DEA agents, ATF agents, FBI, the list goes on and on.